Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? How you all doing? We got the end of the day on a Friday, end of the workday. Time to have some fun, play some MCoC. I know it's evening for some of you, and those of you across the pond who often attend my streams, it's probably pretty late into the evening for you. What is going on, Alberto, Jeff, Zach, Richards? Thank you, Nicholas, Nick136, X. Oh, great. How are you doing? Feeling pretty good. So, I am a good MCoC player and YouTube watcher. I watched Simula's video on this fight a couple times, actually. I saw some other breakdowns from Nick136 as well. And I feel like I got a handle on it, and I was so excited. I did actually do it once over the course of the day. We'll see how it goes. We're going to have some fun with it. It is a fun fight. There's some moving parts, and you only do it 3 times. And so I think it takes a lot of practice to get it down super well, but I do think it's a fun fight. I do think it is well made. And so I'm looking forward to going through this with you. Have some fun. We're also going to open up a 7-star. I'm going to wait a few more minutes because I ended up getting enough crystals for a 7-star crystal. So I was kind of surprised at all the rewards that came through. I didn't think there was that much for just the initial run. In fact, I'm going to look at this right now. I highly doubt I'm going to get this offer. Yeah, 12,000 units. The 7-star crystal obviously is super nice. That crystal becomes a bigger and bigger deal. I think now that we know Necropolis is coming, I have the general tier list coming out tomorrow. And I will be talking a little bit about that, some of the champions that were included. They didn't seem odd, but they stood out, right? Shuri's really good anyway, but Guillotine 99, Wong, now Strife is available. There's these champions that are just better in long form, but people who open up a lot of 7-stars and things like that had already done Abyss. And so I don't know. I'm not saying I don't go out and rank up those champions yet, but have an eye on them, and maybe if you weren't happy about it, because I know a lot of people aren't happy with pulling Strife, you might have a reason to use him very, very soon. I'm gonna adjust my headset here. It's doing a weird thing to my hair. Whatever, I'm over it. Eric, what's up, buddy? Happy Friday. Just finished my last meeting. I'm cracking it. Yeah, essentially, I was like, that's what we're gonna do today. I've been streaming a little bit earlier in the day this week. I have been enjoying streaming a lot, as you know. It'll probably mean a few less videos, but I'm okay with it. I think it's a fair trade. So if I can continue to do this, I will. We'll just see. You guys know me. One week I'll do it, one week I won't be able to. I'm always just going to do my best. Hoopster! Thank you. And you know what is, I want to make it clear. I actually am not going to be fully exploring 8.3 today. I'm going to just finish off Cerastes, and then I'll try to explore it over stream to next week. So I didn't intend to do any clickbait or anything like that. So hopefully that's not how that comes across. We love streams. Thanks, Klitz. I enjoy it too. It's more fun. When is Cyber Weekend? I think it's the same weekend as USA's Thanksgiving. So still a few weekends away. $500 for a bunch. So that's the thing, John. For someone like me, I know a lot of unit grinders. Maybe for them, 12,000. I still think 12,000 is a lot, honestly. But for someone like myself, that means purchasing those units for the most part. And that seems like a lot. I get it, though. I mean, these aren't meant to be replaced like a Cyber Weekend or 4th of July. So I get it. It's like if you're a massive whale or you have a ton of units, go for it. I would love a free rank 1 to 2. But where am I going to use that energy? I guess if I was trying to do, if I really needed the potions or something like that for Cerastes. We do know Necropolis is coming up, so maybe the potions would be pretty cool for that. The team and all that stuff. Either way, I highly doubt I'm going to get it. And any units I have are going to go for trying to get Kushala, right? Trying to get Kushala. My boy DLL designed her. He's 3 for 3. That is Photon right there. And I got to help. I got to pitch in. I got to be a sounding board. I got to ask questions. I got to do all of that. So I've known she's been coming for a really long time, and I appreciate DL bringing it along, right? I have often likened it to bring your kid to work day. You bring your 12-year-old, your 13-year-old, your 13-year-old. They don't actually get to do the job, but they get to ask questions and get a nice peek behind the scene. And that's how I felt. Good luck here. Open up Chicken 7-star, Mr. Negative. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be very cool. What's up, Azen? The offer would have looked a lot more tempting just a few months ago. Yeah, I agree. Like, right, the 7-star crystal, that sort of thing. We've been getting quite a few of those lately. Void King, that's going great, bud. I'm going to get to play this game with you all. So that is good. All right, let's go ahead and open up a few things, right? I think I've got a 5-star relic to open up. You know, I like relics. I really do enjoy my relics. So we'll open that first. And we'll spin this out. I would love, just did the video on the Juggernaut relic today. So I would love more SIGs on that. I was really pleased to see how high I actually had the SIG ability on. I think that's at like 140. Cat Murdoch in the chat. bring your kid to work day, but it's you two. Yeah. I mean, that's honestly like, that was how I approached it. I was like, I am not like co-designing this champion. I am not designing Kushala. Ooh, all right. Miss Marvel, I think that is, right? Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel. Okay. The Miss Marvel I know is, you know, Kamala. So I don't think I'm too fussed about this one. I'm not too excited. So hopefully we got the bad out of the way. But yeah, that's how I approached it. I was like, I'm not going to mess with DLL, right? Like, I mean, all the designers are now amazing over there at Kabam, but this is a man who I am not going to get in the way. I am not going to throw hurdles for him to get over as far as like designing a champion, especially when I care so much about Kushala coming into the game. Wiccan with the Ghost Rider relic is insane. Ooh, Ghost Rider. Ooh, oh, I had not thought about that. Wow, I really just did the meme there. I did all the various emotions. I was like, no, oh, that's good. All right. All right, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to open up the 7-star, and then we will get straight into the 8.3 action. So here we go. You all, you know the champions I want, right? We're looking for those awakenings here. I would love that Mr. Negative. So many amazing science champions, and he shows up right just like that. I would not be upset about Strife. I was just talking about that. You know, depending on when you see this video, in my October tier list video, which will be coming out on Saturday, we will be talking a little bit about Strife and how there might be some more reasons to get these Everest sort of champions. I don't know. Do not rank them up yet. Do not rank them up yet. Wait until you see what Necropolis has coming for us. So there's a lot of wins. There's a lot of wins in this crystal. I would love to get one of them. I would love to get a win. I would love to get a win, right? I think that's all we all want. That's all we all ask for here. I see so many wins coming along, and then a couple painfuls, please don'ts. A couple painful please don'ts. Let's get the wins. I'd like to awaken my Wiccan too. Awaken Domino, awaken Chavez, awaken Shuri. Can we do one of those? Could we do one of those? Domino would be great. Mantis would be cool. All right. I'm very happy about that. I'm very, very happy about that. I can't remember exactly what her awakened ability does, but any champion I have at rank 2, yes, I do have a rank 2 Mantis. If you've caught enough of my streams lately, you're aware of that. There will be a video on this eventually. I pulled her the first time in Vancouver. And it was very, very, very late at night, and I was sharing an Airbnb with Simula, and you know, they're just the room over. There was one wall separating us, and I was trying my best not to scream. He says I didn't wake him up, so I'm going to take him at his word on that. But I am extremely pumped up on this. Already used her to destroy a Photon War Boss and then a Dr. Doom in Battlegrounds on stream. I don't remember. I think this is one. All tranquilized effects under 100% potency have their... Okay, so yeah, I mean, that's cool, but you're shooting for super high, but I'll take more of something like that. That's always good. And then inflicting a mixed emotion passive with the opponent is inflicted with a tranquilized effect. Oh, okay, that's really good. So I'm very happy with this. I am definitely never ever going to complain about pulling Mantis. I love playing her. She's so well designed and absolutely fun in the modes I enjoyed the most. So this is a good thing. Make sure I hit stop recording, not stop streaming. Make sure I hit the right button. Does Mr. Negative need to be awakened? Need? No. It just opens up a whole bunch of stuff for him, but need absolutely not. Ace of Hearts, exactly. If DLL, if Kushala is not amazing, you know, DLL's designed 4 champions now. 3 of them were without me, and they're A+. If Kushala is not an A+, there's only one thing that was different in the process, and it was me. So I am all for and would like the blame should it not be an A+. Should it not be an A+. Zach Richards, got to watch some Harry Potter with the girlfriend. Have a great stream. Hey, have a great time. Have a great time. Those are great movies to watch. Mantis, your fave. You got that right, Ace. I'm legitimately pumped up on that. I'm doing great, Titan Slayers. OG Highland's here? What? How did I miss that? What's up, OG Highland? Vega only designs A++. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's hope I go 1 for 1. Let's hope I go 1 for 1 in this process, right? It can be anytime Vega is involved, it's an A+. If you haven't started watching Gen V, not for the kids. I tried watching the show. What's the name of the show that it's like, you know, not based off of, but helped it out or whatever. I can't think of the name of the show. You guys could help me. I'd appreciate it. My hair is driving me insane, so hold on just a second. I hate to admit the vanity there, but it was driving me nuts. The headset was just killing it. The Boys. Yeah, I watched The Boys. What's up, Mr. B? I watched The Boys, and it was like a little too whatever it is for me. Like, there was a couple scenes where I was like, I just am not. I understand why people enjoy it. I don't think it was necessarily like too far. I'm not shaming it at all, but it was just a bit more whatever it is than I desired. Let's put it that way. All right, let's see what this is. Cerastes Corrupted Armor. If anyone knows, just shout it out. This has been really fun. Okay. Yeah, that looks great. Hold it. Where's the node for the lane? There it is. Gruesome. Gruesome's a good word for it. Gruesome is a good word for it. Yeah. Scorpion and Hulkling for this lane? What's up, Jay Will? Any more Battlegrounds tournament? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been talking about it in early 2024. You know, let's come back to that, because let me start this up. Whenever the attacker, okay, so when the defender activates a critical hit, even into block, they inflict a critical cold snap. All right, so that's handling the evade. When the attacker combo meter reaches 15, any weapon node act on it is disabled. When the defender's weapon node is on cooldown, take 2. So you want champions who crit, it appears. You can capture the weapon node by activating a striker. Each time the defender's knocked down, they gain it. Whatever. Okay, so you guys are saying Scorpion and Hulk Ragnarok on this? I'm gonna believe you all. Wait, I feel like the answers are changing. I may have misunderstood. Shang-Chi and Kate Bishop? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't fully I'll admit I wasn't fully understanding the Hulk shout. I think I misunderstood it. We're gonna leave Hulkling in there. He was pretty solid for the boss. And skill. Girl Kate. Elsa sounds fun. I think someone shouted her out earlier. And I'd love to see how Mantis is. That sounded fun. And someone said Shang-Chi, right? Hulk? Really? I somehow I'm not understanding that. I probably didn't understand the node well enough. But let's do it. Let's have some fun. This is a fun quest, a fun stream. Nothing terrible can happen to us. You need someone for eggnog at the end. Is that who Hulk was for? What's up, Joey? Whatever. Let's just start. So in early 2024, I will be bringing to you the tournament that all of you are asking for. You know, we had started off with a plan. We had a plan as far as the VBC is concerned. And there were, I'll admit, and I was aware, there were certain summoners who were not in it. They were not in the tournament. Now, I had a rules. I wasn't going to talk about people who weren't in the tournament because I didn't think it was fair to anyone who wasn't in the tournament. And so I'm not going to go at length and discuss all that, but I was aware that you all really wanted to see KT1 and Barrowman in the tournament. And so guess who's going to be in the tournament in early 2024? We got KT1 and Barrowman, along with 6 of the highest performing summoners over the course of 2023 in my tournaments. It was tough. It's tough because we're only doing 10. I don't know if I'm going to have the ability to do the full 32 summoner tournament again. So there are a lot of summoners who I know you all want to see, who I love, who I appreciate, who I want to see. And what we'll hopefully do, we're going to see how this 10 summoner tournament goes. I think it's going to go exceptionally well. It's going to be incredibly high skill. And then we will continue to do that over the course of the year because it'll be more manageable for me to actually show them. That was another request that I heard over and over again in 2023 and 2022 was you wanted to see as many of the matches as you possibly can. So there we are. So that we have it. I will slowly, I'm happy to talk about the field and we'll eventually get out, you know, all the info in a video or a post or something like that of all the competitors. I think you're going to be pretty surprised and excited by it. So what the heck am I supposed to do? I do an active, I need like DLL on call to just tell me. Whenever the defender activates a critical hit, even to block, they inflict a critical cold snap on the attacker. Okay, so when they crit me, they're going to give me a cold snap. That sounds fun. When the attacker's combat meter reaches 15 or multiple 15, any weapon node active on the defender is disabled. So we need to get to a combo of 15. It enters cooldown for 20 seconds. I can't stand this sort of thing. When the defender's weapon node is on cooldown, they take 200% more. Okay, cool. When the defender's weapon node is on cooldown, they activate. The attacker can capture the weapon node by activating. So get the thing on cooldown, use the striker, and then we will land the cold snap. Is that essentially it? Just to get to 15 combo and use a striker. Okay, so we have to be able to handle the evade from the beginning. Got it. Got it. I said I got it. I probably don't. Let's have a good time. What happened there? I guess I maybe just missed the parry, but is there maybe an interaction I'm missing? I don't think so. I don't have a cold snap on me. That was really weird. That was strange. What's up, Rye? Will I compete in this one? No, I will not be competing in this one. I've gotten a lot better. I think I've gotten pretty good. And when I put the time in, I feel like I can compete with anyone. But this is not, I'm not in the top 10 in the world sort of thing. And that's what this is. That's what this is. That's what this is. And this is what this will be. But like in doing that, there's going to be some amazing, and Nick136 and Jay are in the chat, and they're not going to be in this one. We're going to get them in though. I mean, they have arguments to be in that top 10. That's for sure. Okay, this must just be my experience with Kate. How are you keeping your cold snap arrow from switching to the next one? Oh, so when you do here, I'll do it right now. When you do the pre-fight, it stays. You have to manually switch it. If you don't do a pre-fight, so anytime you do a pre-fight, you have to manually switch it. If you don't do the pre-fight, then it will cycle through automatically for you, which I assume is probably what you're used to. So unless I double tap right now, which could happen if this fight starts to get a little funky, that's, part of, it almost feels like part of the skill ask. But you see how it stayed the same, Joey? And it should continue to stay the same. See here, and I'll switch it. See, I could switch it. I'll switch it again right now. So now we got the caltrops. And that allows you to, essentially do that. Like you'll see, I think DLL's done a few war videos this last season too, where he needed to start off with one of the arrows and wanted to get two of them up, and then he manually switched to a second or a third arrow. So that's essentially what you just saw there. I mean, Loki wasn't really requiring that, but I wanted to show it to you. Yeah, Nick, what's funny is I didn't really think about just doing this all publicly. But yeah, I mean, dude, we're going to get you in. Obviously, your skill is there, Obviously, your skill is there. It is stressful. I think that's part of what made me, kind of consider quitting just 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 weeks ago, is I was pushing BGs. For me, I was playing 2 to 3 hours a day. Not every day, but for like 2 weeks. I was doing really well. And I could tell if I kept playing at that rate, I probably would continue to move up or whatever, but I was like, I don't want to do that, and because I have a job and a family, like I have other things I really, really want to do. If I was a young single, like me in college, oh wow, watch out. But it was just a different thing. So, what's up, Mikey? I think it is stressful. I do. Especially because, with RNG or whatever. Do I have a good counter for this? I don't know if I do. With RNG and all that, a great player could lose 6, 7, 8 in a row. That's not a sign of you not being great. That's just a sign of there's enough RNG, and maybe you have one fight you don't do amazing in. And please don't take any of this as criticism of the mode. I love the mode. I think it's a great mode. And I have a feeling it's doing what it was designed to do. It's just why someone like me, it just doesn't make sense to play around this unstoppable. I love Mantis's dashback. I've found that right there. Well, now I get hit, but in general, I do love her dashback. Uh-oh. Stupid champion. That's why no one likes you. That's why no one likes you, dude. Poor Mantis. And this guy's making me concentrate now. I just duped Mantis, and he's doing this bullpucky. This bullpucky. Sweeta does like the champion. This is true. Good point. Thank you, Nick. There is someone out there who likes the champion. Zode, what's up, bud? What's up? I also got some messages. My phone started going crazy. Everything's fine. I don't have anything for his unstoppable, do I? Let's see what else it can do. Oh, I don't even have a striker on her. What is going on? This is like yesterday when I was going to use Doom and I realized I didn't have a striker. What's interesting is why isn't he, are her specials, that's the second time that's happened. He's going unstoppable in the middle of her special, and he doesn't seem to... Oh, there he goes. He carried there. But in the special, he still took the full hit, which was really rare. Doing the old Act 6 champion boss... It's helpful there to evade out of that special. All right, I think that'll do it. And of course, he decides to heal instead. There we go. Yeah, J-Will does love his king. He does love his king. J-Will and Nick are having a good conversation. Where's Relic Laser? I don't know. I need to totally reorganize all my relics. Like all of them. I need to like remove all of them and start over. Because I've just been like, you know, wanting to play quickly, wanting to play Battlegrounds or whatever, and so just throwing them on various champions. Very few of them are on like the perfect one. Juggernaut obviously is. Nick. Okay, that's only for the champions. Mid specials you actually ignore. Interesting. Miss CK, what's up, bud? Thanks for being here. All right, we will go back with this. Well, I guess Kate's got an anti-miss, doesn't she? So this is cool. It's like the workday is hitting me hard. There we go. And we should be good here. Love Kate, love Kate, love Kate. For anyone who's watching who doesn't play Kate because of the perfect release mechanic, you know, even in Vancouver with a bunch of like YouTubers, CCP, you know, people are just obviously super into the game. I found that there were still folks who were like, I just don't like the perfect release, which is totally fine. I'm not trying to tell you have to like something. But, you know, that tactic of you press your special and then you actually just move your thumb off the phone And then you can see, like, you can control when you slow down time. It really simplified it for me significantly. So if anyone's watching and that sounds like you, I highly suggest you give it a try. I highly suggest you give it a try. It really allowed me to start to fall in love with Kate. And she's such a powerful champion and so well designed. Oh, Spider-Gwen, why are you the way you are? Wow. Wow. My reactions are very slow. That felt quick, but I think that was me. You're looking at Kate for your next ascension? So that was a topic of conversation yesterday or 2 days ago. Was, you know, I mean, that's who I think I would ascend as my next skill champion. Of course, then she doesn't evade. Come on, Spider-Gwen. You know you want to. There you go. There we go. And I was thinking, like, I think I want to ascend her. Like, if I was just going by champions I enjoy playing and their powerfulness, she's not available as a 7-star. Like, she fits all the criteria. But I found that when I took Masakura to rank 5 and ascended him, he started getting banned all the time. And that's one of my favorite modes. This meta, he doesn't seem to be getting banned as much. We'll see as I progress through it. But I think ultimately you still go with who you enjoy the most, right? You never know. Like, that's so much like almost overthinking on what are other people going to do. And then you're going to have good defenders and attackers that people are going to want to get rid of. So if somehow it was like class-based, I think I would ascend her. I'm very much looking forward to taking Cassie to rank 5. So I'm hoping to get if there's class-based 4 to 5s coming out soon, and I get science. I think Cassie's I'm going to do, because a lot of the other champions I had considered taking her out as 7 stars, which gives me a little bit of pause. If they don't like the perfect release, they haven't lived. I agree with that, Mr. Belding. OG Highline. I haven't checked the response quite yet, but the tweet you retweeted earlier was such a great question. It's actually, yeah, you know what? That's a great question to ask today, too. So Charlie reached out and was like, you know, what do you think the experience was like in Vancouver for people who weren't YouTubers, right? Like, so many of you already knew each other in some way, shape, or form, communicated, and, you know, went to the same events and things like that. And I was like, you know, that's not a bad point. Like, I enjoyed meeting everyone, and I enjoyed meeting people who weren't the YouTubers, but I don't know what their experience was like as far as when I wasn't around. Obviously, it was like at the Battle Realm Brawl or at the event, the Summoner Summit that Kabam hosted. But I don't recall, like, well, the Adams were at some things, but that's only like 2 people. You know, Shamat was at the event the final night. So out of curiosity, if you went and you weren't, you know, a YouTuber or something like that, how was the event for you? Because I'm hoping that a lot more folks like that show up next year. And that might be like really nice feedback to give to Mike as he goes to plan it all. Is, you know, here's how the event could be better for folks, you know, or something like that. All right, Mingo, do your nastiest. Do your worst, dude. There you go. Good boy. Unblockable, unstoppable, man god. I mean, watch, this will be the time where I mess up, but I've fought this guy so many times. That stupid fight in the upper left side of the war map with... I did this so many times, he made me start to like get bored of playing Spider-Man 99. He likes to throw that special too, like out of nowhere. Excuse me just a second, everybody. Nova. Okay. Okay. Well, have fun. Go ahead. My wife just came home, and I knew as soon as Nova heard that, she was going to want to go hang out with her instead of being here with me. She likes being here with me. She's been running into her bed lately. When she can tell I'm going to start coming over to do this. It's interesting. I don't know how she... I mean, I guess there's some ways for her to know how she knows whether we're going to go on a walk or whether I'm about to come in here and do this. Because she'll either obviously run to the door where we leave the house to go on the walk. But today, she very clearly came here. I guess I didn't have like the leash, so I don't know. I don't know if dogs know that much? I know they're very smart, but if anyone really knows dogs, does your dog pick up on that kind of stuff if they can tell? All right, let's finish off this fight. Come on, dude. Throw your special 2. Damadeus, what's up, bud? OG Highline, wife has COVID. Ooh, I'm sorry. It's going around, bud. A lot of people have got it right now. I hope everyone's feeling a little bit better. John Carter, I'm waiting for Necropolis to drop before sending out tracking to see what we will need. Yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, like I took Mantis to an instant R2. I pulled her and like R2'd her like 10 seconds later because I had the materials. And she was someone I knew I wanted, but as outside of that, I'm gonna try to hold off. Like I'm sitting on, I could R2 a Mystic Champion right now, but I really don't want to. One, because of Kushala. I am gonna go big and try to get her. The drop rates on the 7s are so small, but I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try. For obvious reasons. But aside from that, I'm going to try to hold off unless there's just someone I just really want to bring up. Like, I could bring up Dragon Man right now, and he's even a tactic defender. But I don't know. Mr. Belding, in case you didn't know, Mr. Belding is a big Rangers fan. XL Blade, read last. You got a 4/5 gem from 100% and took Havoc to rank 5. That's a great one. Killmonger, rank 2 Killmonger. Now that's someone, if I had Awakened 7-star, I would consider taking up right now with no thoughts that they'd be good in Necropolis, but the Battlegrounds Defender, just so good. Even CGRs sometimes struggle with the 7-star just because that crit resistance and everything. It's a great champion. You know, we've been a fan of that champion around here since basically day 1 of this channel. Miss DK, my dog looks for when I trade my shoes. Maybe that's it. But what was weird, dude, is she was going to this room before I even had a chance to put on my shoes. Like, and I know they can't tell time, right? Like, I don't think she's got a watch on or something. But like, I guess it's a little too early for her evening walk, and it's obviously way too late for her morning walk. Rangers are the team to beat. OG Highline's handling this very well. Do I like Spider-Gwen? Yeah, I mean, she's fine. Isn't it the Penny synergy that gets her ramp going considerably faster? Like, if I pulled a 7-star Spider-Gwen, I wouldn't be, like, excited, but I also wouldn't be, like, upset. MCoC Noob showed his rotation in this fight. Oh, Noob's amazing, right? Noob is amazing. Just a phenomenal channel. The editing on the videos, the knowledge share, and they're out quick too. I have no idea how they do it. I have no clue. But they just do it so fast and so well. You know, it's not a competition, okay? But I am good friends with Simula, and I think Simula is a channel that should have so many more subscribers than he does. And I watched his video. I feel prepared. I almost guarantee you I do not solo this. I would bet a lot of money that I don't. And that is more due to me struggling with longer fights tend to be a bit of a bugaboo for me anyway. But this one, well, even when I did it, like I had just watched this video, I felt like I had it down, and I was still struggling with like which symbol means I got to hit the block, which one means I have to knock them down, which one means I have to do the relic. All right, Cerastes corrupted armor repairs are 25% faster for each armor break debuff or damaging buff on Cerastes. Repair times slowed down. Oh, well. Now I know. Distance stun from corrupted armor break is increased for 4 seconds, and the additional damage for each broken corrupted armors. Whatever. I'm sure that means a lot of things. I feel bad because obviously someone spent a lot of time designing all these nodes and fights, and they did a phenomenal job. At the end of the day, I have so many revives and things like that I'm not sweating it. I'm not sweating it. Oh yeah, and obviously OG Highline. I hope the wife is feeling better soon. Right, Bass. What do you think of Morningstar? Is she good? She's fine. When she came into the game, I think she was a bit more powerful relative to the game than she is now, right? She builds up, can get quite strong after a fight or two, but there's just so many more mystics, I think, that can do relatively similar things and come out of the gate strong, like in fight 1 or something like that. Gwen is an underrated defender. Yeah, as you saw, if you're not on it, she can knock you upside the head. When she first came into the game, this was actually pretty funny. I had a Battlegrounds leader who was very intense. Let's just put it, or a BG leader that was very intense. Let's call it that. All right. And they were very good at the game, but they were intense. Like, you know, it is what it is. And come on, dude. And so they would get on people quite hard for any sort of death. And Spider-Gwen, I think her animations changed. What, I can't remember. No, she got her buff, but I think her animations did change. Oh man, I'm gonna mess this up, aren't I? Yeah. Maybe I need to refresh my memory on how to do this, or not tell a story during the middle of the fight. Okay. Come on, dude. And anyways, he went and fought a Spider-Gwen, got his butt kicked, and swore to us, you know, because when he died, everyone gave him so much crap because he was so mean to people when they would die, and just over the top. That he swore that it was impossible to dex her specials, like just not possible. And you guys all know DLL. How do you think he responded to that little nugget? What do I still need to do here? I think I've made the same mistake, haven't I? I'm not doing my striker enough. Let's see if someone, yeah, I'm gonna read the chat because I keep making the same mistake. reading is optional. Yeah, well, you see what happens when you don't read. When you don't read, this is what happens. This is why you should read. What's up, Joel? MCoC, I talked to myself the whole time. Help me get some solos. MCoC rotation stuck by striker, heavy, dex. Hit once in block. Repeat. Striker, heavy, dex. Striker, heavy, dex. I'll try to remember that. Do striker to knock down, and then when both are broken, do the hit into block. Striker, heavy. Keep him to special 1. Yeah, the special 1, the special 2 is not fun to dex. All right. I'm trying to look for the sentence. Striker, heavy, dex, hit, block. All right. All right, dude. Throw it. I told you guys I wouldn't solo. Yeah, Hulkling I think is his healing's helping me, but I don't think Hulkling's actually serving me as well as like Gamora would on this one. Man, this is brutal. I almost just want to let myself die. Yeah, good. Gore and Venom were great for this. Angela worked great. Where were all of you when I chose Hulkling? Where were you then? Huh? All right. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this better. I feel like we just got in a really bad rhythm there, too. I know this is a bad time to bring this up, but how's everyone feeling about the potion stuff? I gotta be honest, as you can see from my stash, it's not something that hits me personally. And so as a result, I want to do a lot of listening. I want to do a lot of listening. I watched a video on it today. I've read some posts. I've read some tweets. I would love for you, if you guys have, if you're willing to, put some stuff in the chat about the relics or the potion stuff and how that's like hitting you all and if it's hitting you all. Because I think I'm in a very different situation, and that means I don't understand. So I don't really want to come out with like some stance or act like I know what I'm talking about, because I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, I still have potions from an event in February, and I have like 400 some odd, if not more, of the crystals we can open to get potions and things like that. So I really am just wondering, hey, what's up, Eris? Thanks for being here, bud. Want some company? Yeah, sure, dude. You want to hang out? Come hang out. It'd be fun. Rye loves the change. Okay. Same with the Intimidate Herc places. You know what? I forgot about that too. Okay, so Hulkling not the best. Hulkling not the best. That's all right. We'll get it done. We'll have some fun getting it done. I will read those. I see some people already wrote in the chat, so I thank you for doing that. Oh, here I am. I guess I got him down. I'm going to try to just rely on the special one to knock him down instead of the heavy. That might help. Let's see how that goes.
Hey, bud.
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm trying to beat this Cerastes fellow.
Okay. The Cerastes.
It's pretty fun. Like I'm actually enjoying it.
It's tough, honestly. I don't think I ever got a solo on it. It was always just one death to it each time.
Yeah.
I think once you start getting really in the rhythm with it, it starts getting a bit easier, especially going into like phase 2 and 3.
Yeah, I definitely had a nice little rhythm going there for a bit. I'm realizing hopefully not the best, which just feels so weird to me. He's not bad. I mean, it's not bad.
Actually, I had a lot of success with Hulkling. It definitely feels a bit weird not getting that double Fury off.
Yeah.
But being able to just get that Pierce buff going and all of that, he works pretty well for it. He was the one that I almost got the full solo with and got intercepted at like 6% health. But I mean, the next couple phases are a lot smoother, I think.
What one of the things that's different here is a change I'm making is I'm using shoot, I'm about to put him to his SB2, I think. No, okay. Is I'm not using the heavy for the knockdown. I'm just using the SP1.
Mm-hmm.
And that
I think what you were doing earlier with comboing the striker into the heavy works really well, because you just really want to swap back and forth between the two that you, or the 2 or 3 that you're trying to go for. I think with mine, I usually would try to go striker, then knockdown, and then have him throw a special for the block, and then by the time that auto block was expired, to go for striker again and just do it in a rotation like that.
You know what I am having trouble doing? What do I need to do? Do I need to hit his block? Yeah, okay. I'm having a lot of trouble repairing this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was having some issues with that as well.
Is it possible to repair him? I'm that's a legitimate question. I'm wondering if it is.
If I remember right, there were some issues going on with repairing Emerald.
Really? Okay.
And that there was a fix coming soon with that, but don't quote me on that.
Oh, I actually just did it, so knock that off the table. It is an awkward reparry though. And his whole aggressiveness is, I think, are we gonna get it now?
Yeah, I believe so.
I
one more
shoot, no.
striker and then one more knockdown.
Yeah, I missed it. I didn't get the timing, so I know I'm sending him red. I knew what I was doing. I was like 2 seconds away from, or 1 second away from it. Nearwid, what's up, buddy? I finally just remembered to do this. There's a lot of this I need to do. Sorry, everybody. We're not going anywhere. Just making some changes that I've been meaning to do for a while.
No worries. I had a lot of fun using Adam Warlock against this fight, actually. I just got him a couple of days ago, and man, what a fun character.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
He's really cool.
I was really hoping to get a Cosmic Rank 5 gem from this so that I could take him up, but I didn't get it. I ended up getting skill. Man, he's a ton of fun.
Yeah, he is. Sorry, I'm doing something that requires more concentration than the fight, apparently.
You're fine. Take your time.
Mr. Fist, thank you so much. Love the daily streams. Thanks for telling me that. Like, that is definitely like one of those positive, what do they call it? Like when you give your dog a treat, positive reward or whatever. Because it is more fun for me. It's a lot more fun and keeps my channel fun, and it keeps, therefore, my relationship with the game fun. It helped, like, that all works together. So I've been enjoying it too. It does take a little more work, because of my job and my family and all that stuff, but I really do appreciate it. Wishing you a colossal amount of luck. Have I, Mr. Fisk, upon entering Kabam's headquarters, they taunted me. I took a photo with it. I've just been waiting for the right time to use it. I don't have it, fortunately, ready to go, with a massive, massive statue of a very menacing looking Colossus. It is absolutely hilarious. And Kabam Mike told me that if I was not a good boy, I would get nothing but Colossuses for the rest of my MCoC life. That's what he said. It's what he said. All right. Harris, I'm really sorry, buddy. I'll admit, of like the last probably 45 seconds, I've been able to pay attention to nothing. That is on me. In fact, here, I'm going to go right back to not being able to pay attention. What were we saying? Oh, Adam Warlock. Dude, he's really good. I got a rank 4-5 Cosmic, and I was genuinely considering taking him up, but I was like, I can't do it over CGR. Like, he's a Ghost Rider. I love him. Kushala's coming out. I just couldn't do it. But Adam Warlock might be next on the docket for me. He's so much fun. What are you there? In fact, I feel like I may have lost you.
No, you're good. I'm driving for work right now, so I was muting myself for a second.
Do you find his play style stressful?
No, actually, not at all. Granted, I only have really used him in questing for right now. I don't necessarily have a spot for him in my BG's deck with my style of it. But I've had a ton of fun with it. The taunt, I know that, I believe either you made a video about it or we talked about his playstyle before.
Yeah.
In the past. But his taunts has felt really good for me, and just staying aggressive and with defenders that I can reliably bait their specials. He feels incredibly good, and that damage ramps up a lot quicker than I thought that it would.
You know, you've probably already figured it out, a player as smart as you. But for anyone else who's like listening to this, or Eris, if you haven't, sorry, I should probably concentrate a little bit.
You're fine.
It's our new alliance mate Nagase put out a wonderful video on a rotation he had developed for Adam Warlock.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah.
Nagase is one of the most incredible players I've seen in quite a while, and he has similar tastes in champions as I do.
Yeah.
And he's actually the one that sold me on Moondragon specifically, where when she released, I was like, she seems neat, she seems kind of a niche, and then I watched his rank 5 video of her, and I was like, oh, cool, I need her as soon as possible. And I just got her yesterday, so... but he's just incredibly skilled, incredibly talented. I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, our boy's wicked smart, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like the champs like that really punish blocking, because Adam, of course, you want to open up his rotation with breaking their block and then just full throttle ahead against them from there. And of course, I'm a big Valkyrie Massacre player, and a few others that really punish blocks, and a few others. So he's right up my alley with that.
Absolutely. Lefty's here? I see people saying hi to Lefty. Lefty, what's up, bud? Raya's messing around with Nier. I'm all for it. I'm a big supporter. First 7-star rank 3. They told me that they would raise the sig level to 1,000 if they needed to. It felt very menacing. It felt very menacing. Natural max sig, 800 Colossus. What's up, K-Dog? Bacon loves bacon. Bacon does love bacon. You love my video. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the compliments. Vega, I need help. Should I R5 Doom or rank Silk and cast? So this is really interesting. Man, people are asking me like the thoughtful questions while I'm trying to do this fight, and I would much rather answer questions and use revives. literally today, I was having a discussion in the Illuminati chat, the MCoC Illuminati chat, because we're updating the tier list. It should come out tomorrow. I just have to edit it. And I was like, guys, I'm thinking about moving Doom down. Like, not out of the top tier, just down. And I was like, he is the most powerful by far. Like, he definitely is. Like, there's the most, like, in his kit, like, blunt force powerful. But I feel like for in-game, like, what we're often being asked to do, their champions are somehow becoming better. And they talked me off the ledge. Eris, I don't remember if you chimed in or not. I don't think you were able to.
I didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
What
do you think?
I definitely have thoughts on all of that.
Well, let me finish this, and then I'd love to hear what you're saying, because like I'm seeing Silk and Cassie.
Absolutely.
And like honestly, that's like literally what I'm talking about. Is Human Torch more blunt force powerful than Silk and Cassie? Yes. Are Silk and Cassie maybe more valuable to players right now than Human Torch? And I'm like, the way I'm playing the game, yeah, they are. And so I kind of apply that to Doom, but it feels weird to say it. Really curious what you think, man.
I think that Doom specifically, like you said, has one of those kits that just is always going to be good. It's just that we don't necessarily need that anymore. It doesn't answer. We don't have the same type of problems that we did back when Doom was released and he was the best character. One of the best in the entire game. And I think that still he is. It's just that we don't necessarily need what he does as much anymore. I think that we're definitely moving more to a point where we like to have those more specialized counters to things, such as Silk and Cassie, where they're both incredibly good and versatile across the board. But the utility that Silk, being my primary example here, the things that she answers, we need that specific answer to them. Doom can take 100 different fights, but those fights aren't necessarily going to be the same type of problems that they were, 3 or 4 years ago when he was released. The problems that Silk and Cassie specifically are answering are ones that are newer and require these more specific counters. And personally, I value them significantly higher than Doom right now. I don't think I would ever rank Doom, despite how good he is. But I'd rank 5 Silk today if I had the materials for it.
I think I was enjoying your answer so much, I completely lost track of what I was doing.
You're also very focused on the tough fight.
No, I'm literally like, I can't remember which thing does which thing. And now I finally messed up the evade. Let's see, what do these buttons do? Yeah. Yep. I was too interested. Yeah, you and I seem to agree, right? Like it's a weird thing too. And you put it in a tier list and someone sees a spreadsheet and it's going to look really weird. Like, I kind of tried to do this with Fury and I probably did it a little too early on my own personal top 10 skill at the end of last year. And I probably should have said something more to the effect of, Fury's the best, but for the way I'm playing the game, here's how I'm going to do my rankings. And I'll probably do something like that this December to kind of make that clear. You caught the Good Will Hunting reference. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know not everyone catches all that stuff, but I like it. I'm getting a text message. Oh, okay. The one thing that was interesting for me, and I was trying to listen to see if you differentiated, and then honestly the fight kind of, and I just went into a neverland of not being able to pay attention to anything, is I think I would put Cassie or Silk above Cassie though. In fact, in the video, like I said, I've already recorded it. I talked about, I think Silk's probably going to move to the highest tier, where I think Cassie is in that second tier, and she's good there.
I agree with you.
Silk just seems like a version of powerful, and kind of like you're saying, like we're so often being asked to beat up Rintress, you know, or champions like that, and she's just so good for it.
There's just so much that she has, and it's objectively, it's a very simple kit, where it's just, you know, hey, every hit does this. If you charge your heavy, there's a stun.
Yeah.
And when that expires, you know, you deal burst damage on your specials, whatever. And it's so simple, but it's so efficient. And specifically in war, and I mean, I know that you know this, but just for people listening, specifically in war, a buff immune champion like Cassie versus a champion that just flat out doesn't get the buff from dexterity is crazy. A buff immune champ like Cassie going up against certain nodes or certain interactions or certain champs, like let's use Black Widow Clairvoyant for example. If you use a buff immune champ against, you know, Black Widow Clairvoyant, and she's going to be gaining that power from that immunity triggering. But then with Silk, you just nothing happens, which is an entirely different interaction, which has a whole laundry list of things that causes, especially against like certain neutralizers or something like that, where, you know, Rintra, for a good example, if you are buff immune but you fail or you don't gain dex from a buff immune champ, that still can cause some interactions in this kit to go off. With Silk, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't happen. And then her damage is great. The heavy charge, the stun thing is such a powerful ability. That's why like so many people like Doom or Chavez, for example. And I love Silk. She is insanely good. I could talk on her for days, honestly.
I finally stopped opening up the featured crystal because I was like, I'm just costing myself so many 7-star shards this way.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want her.
Yeah, you should. I definitely think that, like, if you're at that point where you're really trying to focus on 7 stars, just remember that, you know, she is currently in the Titan pool, and I'm aware Titan pool is extremely rare, but eventually, you know, more 7-star shards, more Titan pools, or more whenever she moves into the basic, you know, you've got a good chance at her. But the 6-star is going to be powerful for a very long time as well. I think it's well worth still going for, to be honest.
I thought I was going to be able to get that out there.
I'll be back in just a sec.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you being here. K-Dog, never been a Doom fan. Never took my 6-star pass. Whoa, even when you're doing Abyss? Cassie in the hands of a skilled player like Bitter Andy is just absolutely disgusting, though. Yeah, it's funny, right? Because she's another one of those champions I pulled really early and did some stuff. In fact, Rye, like, you were in, I think we were even in the same BG where Nerd assigned me, you know, Nerd was like checked out, right? This is our, for those who don't know, was an SSX or in BG1. He was our war planner. And he it was clear he was ready to retire, and he decided to stick through a season. And I had the mini boss right on Boss Island, the hazard shift one, and he assigned me like Quicksilver, Spider-Man 99, and I was like, I don't think they can do this fight. But the guy was so good at the game that it felt weird to even say that to him. It almost felt like insulting, right? Because it was like, it was so obvious that they couldn't do it. And so I messaged him and I was like, hey, I don't think, you know, he assigned me Spider-Man 99 or Quicksilver. I think it was probably Spider-Man 99 because, you know, he knew I was good at it. And he probably just like was like, here, do it. It was against a Sorcerer Supreme, Spidey Supreme. And so I messaged him and he's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're good. And I was like, no, I'm not good. Who am I supposed to take it with? And he's like, I don't know. Who do you want? And I went and talked to some trusted friends, and they were like, well, Ant-Man has the required immunities. And I was like, wait a minute, Cassie could do this. And so I was like, do you mind if I use Cassie? He's like, no, give it a shot. And so that's when the Cassie stuff began, is she just like wasn't taking damage. She just wasn't. And I mean, I'm sure Kabam would have caught on anyways, and maybe they already had, but I'm aware that my video had them being like, yeah, that's not supposed to work that way. Because she was like healing from the debuffs from the hazard shift node. It was pretty awesome. I love Cassie. I love Cassie, and I love seeing this with champions where like it's like Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's like he's amazing. Pulled him early and did a bunch of videos, and then Slayer has just like taken Cosmic Ghost Rider to levels I did not know existed. I'm enjoying seeing everyone in the chat having a good time with each other. If you have any questions or something like that, though, don't hesitate to repeat them. That's not spam. I know, like often, we get reprimanded for spamming. If I just miss a question because I'm busy talking with Eris or trying to get down this Cerastes or something like that, don't hesitate to repeat your question. We're here to have fun. Misty, you're enjoying the talk. I'm glad you are, my friend. Cesar, what's up, bud? Yeah, the Yoshi is a menace, Cesar. I knew it immediately from day one of Yoshi joining SSX. It was going to be a thorn in my side, and I'm still not number one in prestige, thanks to Yoshi.
Yeah, the two of y'all raising our average by so much this is the first time that I've been like fully below the average for prestige across the board in a long time.
Well, I don't know if I'm sorry about that or.
No, I'm thankful for it, but at the same time, now I gotta step my game up a bit.
I mean, that's the beautiful thing, though. I mean, there's a lot of things. Obviously, I love SSX. There are a lot of things in there where I'm like, over the years, I've advised so many people not to make a short-term prestige rank up, and they still do because they feel badly. And it just never works out well, right? It just never works out well. And so I just love how SSX is like, people will do it. We're a bunch of adults, shoot, I just messed up. And that they don't put that pressure on anyone. People don't make those mistakes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice. I know that we had that discussion about like me ranking up Zemo versus Moondragon, and then was talking Moondragon, talking Zemo up a ton, and now I'm like back in that same conundrum.
Well, see, that's the thing, and honestly, like I'm paying enough attention to what I'm doing that I forgot that it was you. Shoot. Am I gonna live? Yeah, I did. Sorry, I had to pay attention for a second. The thing is Zemo's a good champion. It's just if the only reason, or if like the majority of why you were doing the rank up was because of prestige, then no. This is different than the last time I really remember this being a big thing for everyone was Thor Ragnarok, and I was just like, guys, don't do it. Just don't, please.
God, I forgot about that whole thing. That was years ago. Jeez. Yeah, Na was talking Zemo up in the chat earlier, and it's like I've been thinking about it for a while with Zemo specifically. I got him pretty late, but I've been trying him out a bit. I mean, he's pretty good. So I took him to rank 4 today. I'll probably end up taking him to rank 5, and then that also will just help my prestige anyways.
Yeah, and that
so it's a bit of a win on both sides.
We've said it multiple times. That's a different thing, Yeah. That's a different thing. Never be sorry for raising the average. That's a good life lesson. That should be up there in like the top 100 life rules. Jay, well, my prestige is decent in my ally, despite Kang being my number 1 prestige champion. Wait, what? What am I missing there?
I don't know about that one.
How? I'm
If I
missing.
remember him right, that's very not correct.
Yeah, I'm missing the part of the equation there. King is your top prestige champion. Where are you, Jay? Will, aren't you at DSVG? Or am I? I don't keep up with stuff, so I could just be really wrong. I think I'm wrong.
For context, I also mean that in the nicest way possible. If I remember right, King is he has prestige a little bit on the lower side, if I remember right.
Oh, I think J Will is including the relic.
Okay.
In the prestige. That is some fancy accounting you're doing there, my friend. I like it. But if the IRS audited that tax return, they may have some problems with how you defined it. I like it. He's like, no. You just add on the relic, and then you add it up, and there you go. It's all king. I love it, man. I love it. That's awesome. For a second, I was like, am I missing something about king?
Adam says they had to buy rock climbing shoes and still have time to catch the end of the fight. That's awesome. I'm also a climber, so big respect to you.
I did that to myself. I just want it over. You know, you reach that part where you're just like, all right, I want it done. I've proved I can do it, but Vega,
Yeah, you're almost there.
Yeah,
It'll get easier in subsequent runs as well.
what am I doing on this? I'm doing something wrong on this final stage. I can tell, and I'm not sure what it is. Dude, does his stuff like build up faster on this final stage? Is that what's going on?
Are you in phase 4 or phase 3?
Looks like phase 3.
I can't see it right now. Yeah, so phase 3 it randomly selects a couple at a time, and so they start at lower values, but then some of them also bump up quicker, if I remember right. Phase 4, once you get there, is super easy. You just kind of back off and let him drain down to 1%, and then he'll get an intimidate if you light attack, and then it's over. So you're just about there. He's what, 6-7% health.
He's quick too. He keeps backing out of my punishing his SB1.
There you go. All right, so you just need an intercept now. There you go. All right, now back up.
This is basically just stay alive, right?
Yep. Yep. Once he gets to 1%, he's going to get an intimidate, and then you're good.
He got the intimidate, but he didn't get the message. He did not. He did not hold his block.
It's okay.
I'm hoping he comes out of this one.
All you need to do is just hit that single light attack in the block.
Yay! We did it!
Hooray!
Man, that took a bit. We're gonna bring in Gamora.
Gamora should be fantastic for it.
I think it'll be fun, if nothing else. Abdo's here. Abdo, what's up, bud? Charlie, what's going on, buddy? Thanks. I've enjoyed communicating with you lately. Appreciate you being here. How are you feeling about Werewolf by Night? Werewolf by Night, again, it's funny. You guys are asking so many questions like that are literally in a video I just made like an hour ago. That's coming out tomorrow. It should, anyways, if I get the editing done. But Werewolf by Night feels like one of those champions, and this happens where the initial thought process was like that they're not going to be that good. And then people actually get him. Some time goes by, right? Because it's CCP, it's so hard to test stuff. And it feels like really smart players are finding great ways to use him. And I'm seeing some very impressive videos. Very, very, very impressive videos. So I do think you want to at least stick one, though. So there's that. Yeah, and I don't want to sorry, I appreciate you asking. I don't want to mislead anyone. I will not be done with 8.3. This is just, I wanted to fight Cerastes and do this. We will not have fully explored this. It's just how I wanted to do it. With the bosses, I feel like once I learned the fight, I kind of just want to do them. And so I was here, I wanted to do it. I wanted to watch Sim's video today and all that and get that done. So no, we will not be opening up a Titan Crystal today. Whenever a Mystic attacker nullifies a buff on the defender, they inflict a neutralize passive for 30%. Okay. Whenever a buff on the defender is prevented by these neutralizes, we're going to gain power. Okay, cool. While the attacker is close to the defender gains a fear. Okay, so stay close, they'll get buffs, you neutralize them. Okay, staying away from the defender causes fury effects to gradually fall off. There's an unblockable that will come up. Each time the attacker on successful parry, they gain a fury buff, long distance, eternity. What's this? While far away from the defender, the defense fury unblockable. Okay, so just bring in Mystic champions who nullify, right?
Neutralize or nullify, yeah. I used Tigra for most of the path.
Okay. Yeah, maybe
I tried using Wiccan, but it just didn't... It wasn't as great as I wanted it to be.
It wasn't all the things.
Yeah.
It feels like... Yeah. Let's see here.
I really hope that I get my 7-star Wiccan Awaken soon, just because right now with the Awakening, I want to use my 6-star more since he's rank 4. But like, as soon as I get that 7-star Awakened, he'll go to rank 2, and then I'll be happy.
Was there anything with strikers? There wasn't anything with strikers on that node, was there?
No.
Yeah, I'll bring in Doom. Just in case, like, all heck breaks loose. Stuff like this always annoys me because I want to play my Chavez, but she obviously can't do this, so... Yeah, that looks fine.
I mean, she can.
But, I mean, yeah, but...
Honestly, she'd be fine for her. She just won't benefit from the nodes. She'll just get those extra buffs giving her extra damage.
You know, that's a really good point.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I'm not a good Tiger player, so this would be a good opportunity for me to practice. And let's get Hulkling out of there. Let's get Gamora in. We're gonna blame that. We're gonna blame the duration of that run on Hulkling. It's his fault. It's his fault. Is Yusafa here? What's up, Yusafa?
Is that good?
WBN is... I feel like I missed something. Big, I took your advice to focus on dual threats, and now I'm... Nice! That's great. Yeah, I think they're a great place to start with, especially as you're building your roster and things like that, rank ups. I also start with them, like, if I can, my first draft or two, and then go from there, because you have a better idea what your opponent's going to do, and if you can kind of corner them, or if they've cornered you, you know, you can pick them out, right? I think I said hello to Abdo, but if I didn't, hello, Abdo. Hello, Simon. Frodo, what's up, bud? How you doing, Lee? What's up, cats? All right, let's go ahead and get in here and do these things. Chavez is fun for Hyperion, so let's go ahead and do it. I said, well, Abdo, now I did it twice. Abdo, I assume you will be streaming later this evening. Let the good people know. Come on, Hyperion. Oh, I'm trying to bait a special that he doesn't have. What happened to his power? Did we reverse it all that much? My thumb was blocking his power bar. I was like, come on, Hype, throw your special, bro. And he doesn't have any power. That's not really fair. That's not fair, is it? Let's try to heal back a little bit. America, come on.
She's so good.
Yeah, I played her so bad, though. I played her so bad. So bad, so bad. Let's see if we can heal her back up. I knew that was going to kill, and I still threw it. Alright, alright, alright. Have a good one, Charlie. Thanks for being here, bud. She's just too good. Gara's here, and I made Chavez look bad. I'm sorry, Gara. I am sorry. Abdo, yeah, I'm gonna do all 25 zones with 0 reading unless I die twice or something. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's go with the Juggernaut. Let's go with Juggernaut.
Seen Intoxicated Gamer there was talking about some incursions, which I really need to do as well, so I can open my first incursion 7-star.
Did you like incursions before they started all this? You seem like someone who would have.
I don't ever really play incursions. That's the thing. So who's here? Oh my god, DLL?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like incursions in principle. I just usually don't have the time for it or the motivation to do it, to be quite honest. But I was telling the guys before you joined the chat again that I like had that spark lit back in me again after seeing all the stuff from Vancouver, and I would have given anything to be there, but it's really given me my drive back for the game. So I'm going to be doing a big incursions push soon, and hope I get a 7-star Ronin so that I can tell you to promote him on the list.
That sounds amazing, man. And so much of that resonates for me and with me. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. And is that the man himself? DLL, that Juggernaut fight took more than 17 seconds. I think maybe he's bugged. If you could take a look at it. That was
you should get buffed.
There's something wrong there. And
I mean, all of your other fights with other champions have been taking shorter amounts of time, right?
It doesn't. It's none of that's relevant. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Pretty good. Rebuilding something.
Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. What? Someone just pulled a Shang-Chi out of the Titan Crystal? Hold on, I gotta pause this.
Very cool.
Oh,
that is a great... Matthew, what's up, bud? That is a phenomenal pull. I hope you have a great time with Shang. Doesn't even need the awakening. Like, that's really cool. Congratulations.
He's my strongest champ on my alt account at this point.
Intoxicated Gamer, you may believe that you're immune to the Ronin propaganda, but I promise you're not.
I told Vega last night to promote him.
I know, I saw.
Whoa, what just happened? Oh, the concussion, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting. I was not expecting that at all. America. Come on, dude. Come on.
It's like, why don't I wait until I go unblockable and hit you with a full combo in the corner and then gain power?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those ones where because I'm questing, I'm like, whatever, you know, but I mean, it's gonna happen sometimes, you know, it just is.
Mm-hmm.
But because she's America Chavez, she pulls through. That's pretty wild. I would love to say that was some big brain play. It was not. It was not. It was not. Hey, AR Medicine, I was just going to ignore the first like 18 times you did that. If you've got a question or something, or if you want to convey something, please just go ahead and do it. If not, that is spam. And I'm going to ask you nicely to stop. All right. Power control. Gara, you got that right. You got that right. You got that right. Abdo, I really wanted him to be better because I like his kit, but he's just not. His bleeds are pathetic. Oh, his bleeds are pathetic and his ramp leaves you open to getting intercepted. He's a mid to low skill champion at best.
His bleeds are not pathetic. That's just flat out wrong.
I think we're talking about Ronin.
You also don't need to intercept to ramp him at all. You can change his stances into block or by just hitting someone. You can parry. He has solid block proficiency.
Oh, yeah, everyone might not realize on call. So this is Daddy Longlegs. You'll often hear me and others refer to him as DLL. He is a great friend of mine, has been for over 6 years. Wait, something's going on. Would there be a reason why they could pull out of her stun? Because he just went into the block animation, too. What is going on? And he also is a champion designer. I don't know if I said that part.
Didn't know I rock climb? I feel like there's a joke I'm missing.
No, that was Eris. So Eris was on the call earlier, and is still on the call. It's two separate people. It's two separate people. I think I need to restart the game, which is fine.
You're entitled to your opinion, Abdo, but in this case, it's just not correct.
Apparently, you cannot parry a champion who is unblockable, so don't try that at home.
Hey, Cerastes, how's it going? We don't need to be mean either, Seth. I feel like from the tone, you're probably friendly with Abdo, but let's just keep it constructive.
America's been tanky as heck for me. What's up, Dawkins? Again, dude, the parries are not working against unblockable champions, DLL. So if you could look into parries against unblockable champions and Juggernaut, not doing enough damage, I would really appreciate it. We're gonna do the be right back screen, everyone. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just resetting my game. I'm sure some of it's gameplay, but some of it is I think the game just needs to be reset.
Yeah, believe it or not, I also use that trying to block unblockable attacks in war quite often. So
Shuri or Titania with the 8.3 gem for first rank 2. That's a tough one.
Oh, jeez.
ooh, are either of them awakened?
Yeah.
And it probably also kind of comes down to how much you think Shuri might be helpful in Necropolis, because I know that that's kind of the current topic of discussion. Can't really go wrong with either of those two. Do you prefer one of them or the other? Do you feel like you need more in your tech roster versus your science roster?
Yeah, that's a really tough one, right? With Necropolis. And again, this is something I'm going to talk about in the video that's coming out tomorrow. Because I would have said Titania, for sure. Like, I would have been like, it's tough. If you like Shuri, go Shuri. But Titania
is bluntly more powerful, yeah.
I think so, right? Even without the Awakened. But then Shuri, I mean, obviously we just don't know exactly what Necropolis is asking us to do, but she seems built for it, right? For long form. But we all fell for this many years ago with Gilly 99 and Abyss. That's why, like, my main thing, I was like, have an eye on it, be ready, but also wait till we see exactly what this looks like. It would be my advice.
Yeah.
No, I did preemptively take her to rank 2.
Who?
But I also think she's really fun. Guillotine 2099.
Wait, you actually like the champion though, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
So-
I really like her animations. I've loved her for years. This was just an excuse to finally do something like that. But I would not recommend that for everybody.
Would you believe that I make this fight probably like 3 or 4 times, this mistake, 3 or 4 times a Battleground season? I always forget. Is there a way to fight Nimrod without him putting debuffs on you?
You can not use specials.
That doesn't feel like that's gonna work in my case here.
You can use somebody who's immune to power drain and magically make sure he never throws a special in one mode. Or there's like one champion that's immune to cowardice, right? Is there?
I don't know.
No, there's not. Not right
There's
now.
not? Okay, well then that was probably stripped out of
unless-
somebody's kit like 6 months ago.
Unless Gladiator is. Gladiator is the only one that I can think of that would have that. But I honestly don't know his kit well enough to speak on that.
Doesn't look like it.
Why? What happened? I threw my SP3. Why did I not get my gem back? That actually is. That's a real question. That one I'm not joking around on.
Yeah, unfortunately that is as intended because or wait, no, I think hold on, let me read the thing. I remember looking into this.
So
Give me a second.
I really do make this fight mistake probably 3 to 4 times a Battleground season. And I usually, get in, I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta go to my SP3, and I go to my SP3 and I get the gem and it works. So this has been a surprise.
Yeah, because like it shouldn't be able to be removed for 20 seconds, right? But
Yeah.
there's I swear this came up.
Do I need to wait for the debuffs to fall off? No, now I've got my unstoppables. What is going on?
There was a reason for this, and I can't remember. Like, because it's not just that the debuffs come after the special 3 deactivating the gem, right? Because, like, the whole point of cannot the gem not being able to be removed is that the debuffs shouldn't disable it, right? Like that's exactly what the special 3 is supposed to be for. There was a reason for this. I remember looking. Why does Iron Man take crit fail from Domino? Why wouldn't he?
I think it's probably one of those questions where it's like early on where they don't understand the chance to fail thing.
Yeah. Like, that's actually why I asked it that way, because I feel like we'll get to the root cause faster if you say why you think Iron Man wouldn't, Damien.
I personally, I can't even remember what it is about Iron Man that fails.
Well, if he's not immune to ability accuracy reduction, then it would be everything.
So
right?
it's anything then, right?
Yeah. And he's not. Hey, Dom.
This Nimrod's being a real butt, dude. Who knew killer robots can be a real pain in the side, man?
Yeah, I think it might just be a priority thing, but
The reason it's confusing me so much is because I've honestly, I've said this multiple times, I've done that mistake in Battlegrounds many times, and every time I've gone to the SP3, it works. I get my gem and I go unstoppable, and I've even won some rounds with it. Now, maybe I was just getting lucky and I didn't realize it, though.
it's hard to answer cleanly because the text is pretty clear. What's likely happening is simply that the protection for the gem from the special 3 is not turning on fast enough to catch the debuff. So the gem turns on, then the debuff shows up, then the gem is removed, then the protection turns on.
But so would that explain why sometimes it works and then in this fight it didn't?
Not really.
That's what I'm struggling with.
The only thing I can think of is that maybe one of the 2 debuffs applies earlier, like the cowardice messes with it and the power drain doesn't or something, but I haven't tested that.
Simon, you are seeing it's not that I can't, it's just I haven't ever really learned. I'm also playing particularly bad today. I'm aware of it, and I'll admit it. I'll be the first to admit it. I think it's just because it's the end of the week, end of the workday or something. But yeah.
If you like both and think you won't get to use Titania, there's nothing wrong with Shuri, Caleb.
Man, I can't even land a special 2 right now. This is bad, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I landed a special 2. Everything's okay. No one worry.
You get pushed to special 2 again, throw the special 3.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
just go to it. Oh,
I
Simon,
realize
absolutely.
I'm not seeing your stuff, so you probably already had that call. But
Yeah, don't worry. I appreciate the help. Simon's asking some like thoughtful questions. Yeah, as I was sitting there doing that fight with Jugs, I was like, I should have just tried to do this with Tigra. The whole reason I took her was to try to learn her better. Like, I understand the idea on how to play her. I haven't spent the time, as you're seeing, to get it done. I can't even land the special too.
He's just one of those that takes a bit of practice to really get used to the animations and the spacing.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's no big deal. I mean, it's just how the game is.
I still constantly mess up throwing the L1 a little too close so I don't get the unblockable, and then both hits just heading into block and then getting punished and dying.
Which is fun. That's always fun.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great time. I love it.
All right, good luck on the run and have fun, guys. Gotta get back to editing. All right, buddy. I hate listening to myself.
Amen.
Same.
Abdo, you left us no way to not sound like egotistical jerks there. I just love listening to the sound of my own voice, the wisdom that I'd impart on everybody. Yeah.
Maybe if it didn't move up a third and get thinner every single time.
That was funny. All right, bringing in Odin and getting rid of Tigra. I can't believe America Chavez stayed alive during all of that.
I told you, man, she's great.
Yeah, I mean, I really tested the her ability there in a lot of ways. Frankie 1323, thank you so much for the generous donation. If you got a question or something, let us know. You got one of the smartest players in the game on call in Eris. You've got a guy that's so smart at the game, he's actually been hired by the company to design champions in Daddy Longlegs DLL. And then you also have me. So if you got a question, let us know. We'll be happy to get that answered for you.
Well, I think the My Hero attached to that super chat was aimed at you, so don't sell yourself short.
Oh, well, that's really kind. I didn't see. I thought that was just a cute, like, little hamster. A little dog, maybe. Nearwin. I really love it when the chat like talks back and forth. I know I always say it, but it's because I truly do love it. Lee, yeah, I mean it's something I got over years ago when I like first started streaming, and I really was. I mean, I still was a better player than I think the majority of the players, just because there's like so many people, thousands and thousands and thousands of people playing the game. But I definitely wasn't very good, and there was nothing like just jumping into it and doing it to get over the fear of like I'm just not playing well. It's like it happens. Let's hope this goes smoother than the Hulkling attempt. I don't know. It was pretty fun the way it went last time.
Yeah, you only used like a couple of items, you know?
Yeah. If by a couple you mean like 9, but yeah.
Yeah, which is fine.
I mean, yeah. But in all honesty,
everybody, you know, does different things. I mean, you know, I used a bunch of items on this one because I could never get the swing of the fight to get solos either.
Yeah, and I think that's it, right? Jeez. I should not talk as much, though.
One thing that was said in one of the other chats that I'm in, I don't remember which one specifically it was, but it was just that solos these days are very much, like, I mean, they are an accomplishment, but they're overly glorified to the point that, like, I know that I feel like I need to get a solo on most of, like, even like quest content. Like war is of course a different story. You want to not die in war, but in questing content, you know, I try really hard to get them. It's totally okay to, you know, need to use a revive or two, or, you know, more than that if you're just struggling with it or having an off day or something.
Right. Or I cannot stress this enough. You can just use the full team that you brought.
Yeah.
I feel like that gets
also that
overlooked a lot. Like, that's still itemless. But yeah, I mean, this is to kind of veer off into right field here a little bit. Like, I was talking about exactly this for Necropolis, is that, like, people were asking, you know, like why did Kabam add in the, like, as they call it, auto kill feature, right? Why is there something in the fight that just eventually functionally says for most people time to revive, right? And like, I'm not going to pretend that there's zero economic angle to it, but really the largest part for me from a design standpoint is exactly what you just said. To like shift the expectation from, well, all the good players are getting solos, to the good players are taking off 35%, I took off 30, I feel like a beast.
Yeah, so it was actually you that I was remembering. You were the one that was saying all that I was referencing, conveniently enough. Look at that.
Gotta love us referencing each other.
I know.
Hey, Bitter, how's it going? Yeah, that makes sense, Joey. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm a little late to the welcome, but hey, better. Good to see you. Calling coffee and caffeine together is a good combo, right? I'm gonna not speak on that one because I've played that game before. Matt says, Sup Vega, opened my first Titan Crystal now and pulled Kindred. Not sure how to feel about him. He's great. He is, of course, more defensively focused, but, you know, I like him a lot. I think that they're an incredibly fun champion to play offensively, assuming that you want to. The damage is a bit lower, but definitely has more specialized things. I've used them in war quite a bit. And then more defensively focused, you do want that awakening. The first step is always pulling. So congrats on a very good champion. I think Vega's in big hyper-focus mode on this fight, which I fully respect, so I'm kind of taking over for a minute.
Yeah, I made a mistake a bit ago, and it just totally ruined my rhythm. But I had a good rhythm going for a bit, and I'm trying to get it back, but it's just I don't think it's going to happen.
That's absolutely how this fight goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did my last run in chat with the guys last night, and definitely was silent through my entire Cerastes fight.
And I lost all my furies and cruelties. So I was trying to not lament that, you know? Or precisions or whatever. Damn it. I really wanted that with Gamora.
You almost had it.
Thanks. I even forgot which which symbol went with which prompt. Which I know I messed it up like twice in there, especially at the end. But I want it, but I'm not going back in to do it. Did you guys say Bitter Stew was here? I thought I heard that, young man. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, Bitter's here.
Oh, so if anyone hasn't caught it, the end of Legacy's his vlog. I really liked his vlog. The end of his vlog, he put it out today, and Andy and Bitter and Legacy are doing a taste test of potato chips, and it's really good. Like they're all very, very funny.
Check it out.
Yeah, it's worth a watch. It's really worth a watch. I haven't paid attention to chat in a bit, so I appreciate y'all chatting. I appreciate DLL and Eris looking at it for us here. You always find yourself muttering the order of things. DLL said it. He's like, I think that's supposed to be the trick of the fight. It's like once you kind of get down the SB1 evade, if the SB2 is available, I obviously don't have it, and so I've just been sticking to the SP1. Is if you get one thing off, it's then the like resetting the 3 moving parts that I think it becomes really difficult. Jackie opened my Titan Crystal and pulled what? Now that's amazing. Very happy that he's one of the best Battlegrounds nukes. Absolutely. Andrew the Rough, one of the best Battlegrounds players in the world, agrees with you. So I think you're in a good place. I think you're in a very, very good place. Frankie, another donation. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it a lot, actually. I'm taking a small... Did I not put you up there last time? I'm so sorry about that. That is... and you didn't even say anything. I apologize. I think I had the number up, but then forgot to put up the name.
Rebellion, I really like that idea for the last one there. That's smart.
What's that? Who?
They were mentioning that each of the different boss names, I guess, are different species or something of snakes, and it mentioned the Jormungandr Thor as a possibility.
Ooh.
Which I think would be really cool for the final one.
That would be really cool for the final one.
The whole snake and Ouroboros theme.
DLL I feel like was almost like telling me, you could use the rest of your champions. So we'll go ahead. we'll go ahead and try it. We'll see how it goes. Since I didn't get the solo Gamora, I'm really irritated.
If you can get him wounded and throw a special 2, Odin ends the fight.
Really? I'm so annoyed. I used Gamora as much as I could in that 7-for-7 for a Gamora video, and so I really wanted that solo. Whatever. Get over myself. Oh, I don't have a relic, so that's not going to work.
Yes.
All right.
That's an important part.
That is a vital part. A vital part of the fight.
I had also missed the snake thing, probably because several of them are like not misspelled, but spelled differently, like for creative reasons, right?
I definitely didn't catch on to the snake thing.
I honestly hadn't either. I just know the mythos of the names in their traditional sense. So that's what I always thought that it was, to be honest. I will say quickly on that note as well, though, if that prediction was right of having the Jormungandr Thor, that is incredibly ironic from somebody who knows quite a bit about mythology, but it's a funny little thing.
Yeah, that would be a weird one. It's like Achilles the Archer. Well, Bahamut is one that just, like, fits a whole bunch of other stuff, because it's, like, a different spelling of behemoth, right? And so it fits for the Hulk, in a very literal sense. And similarly, Cerastes made sense on its own because it literally means horned, right? And it's like Iron Man that's corrupted, and so he has these horns. I forget what Citalis, like what Latin it comes from at the moment, but it's something similar. But yeah, I get what you mean with the snake thing. I think you might be onto something there.
I mean, the whole narrative thing with all of this is, you know, gotta cut off the head of the snake. Honestly, that is smart with all the recurring snake themes and with it being Ouroboros and everything. I think that's pretty neat.
So, I have a question, but I don't want to spoil anything. Isn't there a character in a very popular show right now that's named Ouroboros? I'm trying not to spoil. I'm intentionally being vague.
Yes.
Okay.
Is the answer. I actually also haven't watched it, so I can't really speak on it either.
Okay,
But yes.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be spoiling anything, but like I want to be respectful of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that run, you know, we didn't even use an item on that one. That one way better. I gotta be honest, I didn't like Hulkling for that fight. I know you said you used Hulkling and it went well.
I didn't. He was honestly my least favorite option of the ones that I used.
Yeah, I almost talked you out of him last time.
Yeah, it was it the Intimidate? It just it almost doesn't make sense to me that he doesn't work well for it. I had a nice rhythm using his special one for the knockdown. And if I don't make that one mistake with Gabora, she was destroying that fight.
Null was far and away my MVP for the fight. Yeah, love me some Null.
And kind of to DLL's point, I mean, Sassy, I needed when his first SB2 didn't crit, I was like, gosh darn it, Sasquatch. But then the next one I think took off like 10% or something like that. It did a nice amount of damage. So kind of DLL's point is you can use other champions, so that's a good thing to kind of remind people. I know my first fight I didn't put on a good display. The second one, I think you guys saw it. All I learned was from Tamila's video. He does a phenomenal job. It seriously runs one of those channels where I'm like, how did they not have like 100,000 subscribers? Obviously, MCoC Noob does a great job too. Nick's got a great video on this too as well. So it's kind of like who you enjoy being taught by and doing that. But I just want to make sure I shout out Simula's. It is in the chat, and then I have linked it in the description as well. Vitalik, thank you so much. I'm having a great time, bud. I'm going to have to get back to work here in a few minutes, finish up a few things. But I appreciate you stopping by the stream. I really have not been looking at chat here for a minute, so looks like you all are having a nice time with Eris and DLL. And if you have any other questions, let me know. Maybe we'll do like a Battlegrounds match or two or something like that. Make sure I don't exit out, which I have a bad history of doing. And I believe I made it clear a few times that I did not finish 8.3. I apologize to anyone who thought that's what had happened. I have mentioned that a few times. But you can see I still have the rest of it to go through. I'm going to try to just do it on stream over the course of next week. Maybe I'll try to get some in this weekend off stream, but that's what I'm going to do. I do want to get these rewards. We got a war season coming up here, and so I'm looking forward to that. If my officers have an attacker or a defender that they really want, I may utilize that gem. Otherwise, I'm just going to hold on to it. And it's got Kushala's name on it. It's got Kushala's name written all over it. I mean, here's the thing: is I actually have the catalyst to take a 7-star Mystic to rank 2 right now. So if my officers were like, "Hey, we really want a Dragon Man," or something like that, you know, I would do it. But yeah, I'll let them ask as opposed
I hear you.
Yeah, so.
I'm sitting on some resources as well.
Yeah, and also the thing is, right, for anyone who's obviously opened crystals or is aware of how they work, I mean, if everything went amazingly well, I get Kushala and I guess it would be Morbius. Would it be Morbius, right? Because Morbius is out right now.
That sounds correct.
So, you know, rank 2 Morbius is looking pretty good too. So, although I'm not quite as excited about that. I do think he's great. It's just, I have so many science champions, so I don't know if I would use that on Morbius. So, bitter BG2 is the land of 6 dreams, and bitter would know. Gara, that means you get to hold it. All right, let's do some battlegrounds, and then this one. Oh wait, that's not a generic, right? I will spin that, and there'll be a class. Yeah.
For the rank up gem, yeah.
Yeah. So mystic wise, it probably goes to Rintra. It'll be helpful exercise, and then we'll do a battlegrounds match before.
I was just going through this myself the other day because I took Tigra to rank 5 finally.
Yeah.
But before I did that, I was going through it and I was like, if I, let's say, like, best possible future, I get Kushala as a 7-star, and so I expect to take her up as a 7. Then I pull a Mystic 4 to 5. Who does it go to? And so I was going through, and yeah, like Rintra was one, but honestly, I think I'd go Hood. I've waited too long.
One of us has to do it. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, "What do you mean your Hood's not rank 5? You use them every day." Like, I don't know. It's like,
mine isn't even rank 4 yet, which feels criminal.
Is he not?
No, well, why would I take him to rank 4? I've always had a rank 4 or 3 in the battle group to send instead. I've had other things to deal with.
You've literally always had me in your BG.
Yep.
That's going to be a tough one. I don't want mutant. I remember the last time I opened one, I was like, well, it doesn't matter what I get. And then I saw mutant come around. I was like, apparently it did matter.
I will say the one time that I'm actually kind of wanting a mutant gem is the Necropolis. I would rank 3 Storm X in a heartbeat.
Oh, well, that's 7 stars. That's different.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mutants are a little... Y'all know how I feel about the mutant class right now.
We're working on it.
I know. I trust you.
Damn it, DLL. If you guys don't put out a mutant in December, I'm quitting this game. That's
okay,
how strong I feel.
And do a light NDA break here and tease that there is a fix that amounts to a significant buff to a certain mutant coming next month. Watch the patch notes.
Oh.
Who is it? I have no clue.
I know for sure you do. I promise you.
I said a light break. I'm not going full.
Fix.
You're in the CCP, Vega. You can go find out later.
My opponent's like, will you please stop talking and just draft? And the answer is no. No, I can't. It's in the CCP?
I mean, it will be eventually.
Got it. Still want to know. Storm X getting attention?
Yes, I mean, I won't know.
You'll know before too long. Patch notes go out when they go out.
I know.
DLL, if you could just keep leaking stuff, I'm getting super chats for it.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Guys, all this money is...
That's funny.
Thank you, Osfan. I'll get you up on the board as soon as I can, buddy. I really appreciate that. That's hilarious. Vega, if you could, you know what, Misery, I will do my best. I'm a little tired, so this is probably one of those shows. But and I just made it into the Gladiator circuit, so I actually need to readjust my deck pretty badly, best I can tell. I like to start off with dual threats. That way, if I can go, if my opponent picks like this natural, amazing answer, I can adjust from there. We're gonna have some fun though here. We're gonna have some fun and try something out here. I might try Zemo for that Korg. Zemo's mediums don't make contact, if I remember correctly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he also gets a really nice big fury when someone's immune to his business, to his bleed.
Also correct.
Yeah. So it might be fun.
Oh, that's different, Saragos. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Iceman is getting fixed in the next patch, and that's not a buff. That's just a fix to a fix. Somebody goofed.
I think I might have an idea, but keep it to myself. We'll talk about it later.
So that's what's so weird is I'm not aware of a mutant who needs to be fixed. Like that's where I'm.
It would have been. You would have had to be kind of neurotic to catch it.
Oh, then disregard. I don't know at all who it is. I may fit those qualifications, but
yeah, I was gonna say I'm neurotic, but I still not about my mutants apparently.
Yeah, this doesn't fall under my personal neuroses.
Yeah, good. Yeah, as usual, DL finds a way to elegantly say what we're like, just screwing around with. Come on.
I honestly can't believe that DLL really just teased this Psylocke buff finally happening.
Oh, I just messed this up so bad. That's on me. That should have gone so much smoother. Stink. I should have baited out the special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vega, I got a question for you.
What's up, buddy?
It's not at all related to any of that, but just thinking about mutants got me thinking about it. How are you feeling about Danny Moonstar lately?
I've come to accept that
I recently pulled her, and I'm intrigued because I know that you were really excited about her, and then had the issues with the animations.
Yeah.
I was curious on where you're landed now, a couple months later.
I decided that she just might not be for me, like the way I want to play the game, the modes I want to play. And that's okay. Like she's still like, I think she's still a good champion. There's a lot of power in her kit. I love big SP2s. Like I think a lot of the community does. So I think she's like a worthy, me too, though. I'm very unlikely to be like, something's trash, unless I'm just purely joking. And so I kind of feel like that's where she's landing. I saw the rebalance post. It seems like they're really going to try to do some things with her neuroshocks, but they're not going to like move abilities around. I know they didn't say that part, but that's kind of what I felt like I was reading in there. Yeah. So. Yeah.
She seems like a very interesting champ that I haven't played with really at all. I just got her. I love Mirage from her character in general from comics. I mean, she's just incredibly cool. And I love the kit, honestly. I think that the weird bit in her, the way that she functions of like being really good at shutting down Nick Fury, but also getting shut down by Nick Fury is a really funny little interaction. But, I think she's got plenty of potential, and hopefully the rebalance, I'm gonna try her out for myself soon and see how I like her as well. I wanted to get your thoughts on her. That's good to know.
That went so much better than I thought it was going to go. That was really impressive.
Nice.
Did you know it would go that well?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, that was... Bitter Seal. Master has given Dobby a buff. So yeah, my going back a bit. Onslaught was confirmed, right? Or am I now just like there are no NDAs? Okay, I was like,
Onslaught was confirmed. He was shown in a video when Jax was talking about raids.
Okay, so yeah, that was completely me. That was my joke. Was if I'll quit, if not, because I was under the impression that it had completely been, an intentional leak. I've got. Oh, Sam, thank you so much for the donation, buddy. I'm sorry. We need to do this. At DLL, if please DM me if you're like, please stop. Got to look and see if I have a DM for DLL.
Oh no, go for it.
A fix. Sauron's more than like a snip, but more than a fix. So I don't think it's any of these. I mean, these are all pretty good. This is kind of what I was saying. I don't want the 4, 5, 6 star, but there are plenty of mutants I'd be happy to rank up in the 7 star. Bitter Kate is very good for sure. He doesn't care about armor miss or the non-contact. Great counter. Wow, apparently. Strife buff? That's what I'm saying. Strife is really good too. Although that would be interesting. If there's something about Strife that's not working the way it's supposed to. Because he's already very good.
Really trying to think on any mutants that just aren't functioning the way that I read their kit. But I don't use enough mutants to really speak on it, to be honest.
So that's what's interesting too. And that's why I'm almost realizing that this feels like, what is it when you send a kid on a... There's all these terms, but
Wild Goose Chase.
Yeah. There's like another thing, but it's basically Wild Goose Chase. Like this thing that doesn't ultimately, like we're not going to know because none of us know what's broken. So we could stare at these pictures all day, and we wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the question. You can see we just got it from Instinct. How should you feel about Strife? First of all, I like Strife. Like if you got to go way back, but I actually did at least 1, I think 2 to 3 videos on Strife. Because, he was built as like an Abyss, to be built for Abyss, and he was also very good at it. But I got him, I was like, actually, I'm enjoying questing with this champion. There's a lot in there. And, I thought he was an interesting addition to come out as a 7 star. We've got Necropolis coming. To me, it's kind of like, okay, maybe he's going to be good in Necropolis. Now, please don't rank him up. I said that so many times in the video and the tier list coming out tomorrow. Please don't rank up the champions until we know they're good in Necropolis. But I mean, it would make sense to me that he could possibly be good. So, I've got an anniversary.
One thing with Strife in particular.
Yeah.
Oops, I'm sorry, you go ahead.
Somebody say happy anniversary to Adam. Adam and I got ourselves some drinks. As you can see, too, he's referencing. Going to pour myself a Vega Special, tequila and Diet Coke. So I've ordered it in Mexico a few times. And in Mexico, which is obviously a huge country, so I don't know if it would apply everywhere. I've been told it's called a charro negro. So, yeah, do with that as you please. Yeah. What were you saying, bud?
Strife. I was talking about Strife. What was I saying about Strife? My one big concern with Strife and Necropolis, and of course, take this with a grain of salt because I know nothing about it other than what was shown in the video. I wasn't at Vancouver.
Yeah.
I do not have insider info. I am not in the CCP. I don't know anything other than what most other people know. That being said, with the way that the his ramp works, he takes a while in the fight to ramp up with the heavies and the special threes and whatever. And since this one isn't hit based like Abyss, but it's more timer focused, I think he may struggle a bit early on. But then once you get him at max ramp through the persistent telepathic charges, then he's really gonna put in some work for you. It's just gonna be that opening portion, which I mean, it's just kind of how he works anyways. But he may struggle in those opening fights a little bit, and I may be wrong. I'm not a pro Strife player, but that's my thoughts on him.
Well, that's kind of cool, right? And that's what's making the right now fun, is that we're in this pure prognosticating, stage of it. And then we'll actually get the information on how the event works or the mode works, the quest works, and then we'll get to theorycraft even more. And so I think it's really enjoyable, and I appreciate you bringing that up, right? Because I almost hesitated even talking about it because I don't want people to go rank up champions just for this to then find out they don't work, right? You know who I'm wondering is I'm wondering if it's Toad,
especially 7 stars. I don't want to be held liable for that. Somebody ranking up a 7-star and then coming back.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, exactly. If someone's like, "Oh, I took so and so to rank 2 as a 6-star," you're like, "Yeah, okay, you'll be fine." But if they took someone to rank 2 as a 7-star right now, I'm wondering if it's Toad. I just couldn't tell you what it is that's not working right. I couldn't tell you that with any of these. So we'll do one more Battlegrounds match while we continue to have fun with this conversation. You think Gilly good or not? So, yeah. Gilly 29 is a really interesting one. I've been pretty disappointed. You guys will see. I'm going to put out kind of a crystal cornucopia because I've had so many crystal openings. I'm just going to package them together and put out a big video. I've noticed people seem to enjoy when I do that. I now have Gilly 2099 at 660. That feels like a lot of overkill. But what I have been told by people who tend to be good at these things, kind of like what you just heard Eris do, who they know how the champions work and they're able to apply them to theoretical nodes and challenges very well, like Bittersteel, if Bitter's still in the chat. They're like, actually, Vega, I think Gilly might be good in Acropolis based on what we know. And they were able to explain it, and it had to do with, I don't know, stuff. It made sense to me at the time. I don't know it well enough to teach it, if that makes sense. So
I think Guillotine 2099 is a great example as well, because again, I did preemptively take her up to rank 2.
Okay.
I can blame that one on Sim. So Sim, if you end up watching this one back and she's bad for it, then we can fight next time I see you. And but I with the nodes in place, I really do think she's going to be good, because of course she wasn't great in Abyss because she is a ramp up per hit champion.
Yeah.
Whereas this is a time ramp up that she has, and this is what the function in this is. So again, please do not go and immediately rank 5 or rank 2 your Guillotine 99 because some person on call with Vega just said that they think that she's going to be good for it. But in my non-professional opinion, I think she is, and I'm hopeful for it because she's really cool.
But if you do rank them up early and they end up being good, please do come and credit us. So, just and yeah, I agree.
That is how it works.
DL is definitely sitting there being
100%.
like, excellent. Everything's going as planned. Bittersteel is saying, too late. My Strife is already R2, and I'm blaming Vega if Strife doesn't do itemless. Maybe in your hands, Bitter. Maybe in your hands. So this is where I need to adjust my deck. I wanted to play the mode with you all instead of adjusting the deck. I don't think I went really heavy on tactic attackers and defenders, but as I'm watching some streams and talking to some people who are doing well, they've let me know that I may have gone a little too heavy. I do want some other non-tactic attackers and defenders, so we'll see.
I think you should put Ant-Man in your deck.
Yeah, just okay. Just cause
I'm very biased, but yeah.
Faith and Fire. Just pulled 7-star Titania. Heck yeah. Is she worth ranking unawakened? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
1,000,000,000% yes.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure mine was unawakened when I took her to rank 2. I think she was my first rank 2. I tend to not remember.
I genuinely think she is
stuff,
one of the
but
strongest 7 stars you could get, period.
she's really good at things in MCoC.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you.
She is excellent at stuff in MCoC. I got a problem here. I don't, with that Archangel, I felt like it was going to cause problems for. Oh, I probably could have got long shot, huh? I just don't know this. I don't know the Glider Circuit meta at all. I was just in such a rush to get here because I wanted to get points for 4 BGs, the awesome BG alliance that I had been in, and that I didn't pay much attention to what was going on. I just wanted to get there as quickly as possible because I was moving over to SSX and I wanted to not leave 4 BGs hanging out to dry with someone not getting a bunch of arena points, right? Oh, it's my turn. I need to pick something. Well, I did pick Domino in hopes that she would she'd be good. So there we go. Future Ant-Man. He can do that. I'm not thinking about anything with this particular meta. The issue is with his armor ups, that they're a chance to proc sort of thing, if I remember correctly, right?
That is correct, but if she causes them to fail, he'll get others. There's still plenty of things that can go wrong, but it's a good counter.
It just feels like there's a lot of chance to take crit fail damage, right? Like there's a lot of moving parts with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so used to champions now where you end your combo in light to do their thing. I just instinctively threw a light attack. Man. My poor play knows no bounds.
Hey Finn, how's it going?
Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. DLL, did you potentially look in the SSX main chat about an hour ago?
Maybe. I don't remember at the moment. 1 second.
There's a certain Ryu rank up that happened.
Oh dear.
What's up, Finn? Geez, I deserve to lose that. I should have won that easy. Well played to my opponent. No, I finished up Cerastes. I did not mean to. It was not. If it was clickbait, it was not intentional. I realized most people save the final boss for last, then do it on stream. And but I was streaming 8.3, and I got to Cerastes, and I just wanted to do it on stream. So I now need to go back and explore the rest of 8.3. So now I haven't finished it. Is Black Cat worth R2 unduped? You've got a Black Cat expert on call.
Hello. It's my moment. I did it.
This is everything you've prepared for, Bryce. Go for it. What do you think? Worth it unduped?
Yes.
Yeah?
100%. Yeah. Her awakening isn't needed basically at all. It just gives her a slight safety net, which quite frankly isn't even very reliable until medium to high sig. Black Cat is one of those champions that you really want to practice a lot, and if you like her playstyle and like the abilities that she has and how they interact with high skill play, she is one of those champions that will do a ton for you. There is no 7-star in this game that I want more than a 7-star Black Cat. So I highly recommend it. With that being said, practice her first and see if you like her, and see if you can get spacing down on certain interactions that you really want to use her for. Because of course, pretty much anybody can do the thing, Rintra, Hulkling fights that, you know, you can fail things really easily. But once you get that more nuanced style of play down with her, she will pay off drastically.
I really hate asking this question after that, but did you know I have one? I'm going to take that as a no, and I'm sorry.
No, I very much did not know that, actually.
My wife pulled one for me in the car in Vancouver on the way back from a coffee hang with Vega and a couple other designers.
Oh, man.
It was a good day.
I'm quite a far ways away from getting a another loyalty crystal. I think I only have about 400,000 loyalty, but if I pull her, you know me well enough to know that she will go to rank 3. And I love you for it, but I will accommodate that with the prestige rank up.
I thought, whatever, who cares? I've already established I'm not playing well, so what do I care? Well played to my opponent. They did play well. They did very well. I'm having a fun. We'll keep going. If I go down in ranking, I don't care. Did you mention the Black Cat relic, the Black Widow relic, and how much?
Oh, the Black Widow relic.
Yeah.
I did not. That really elevates her massively. Actually, it was me and TJ that convinced you to promote her on the Battlegrounds tier list earlier this month. But that relic takes her from really you're just wanting to use her against those defensive ability accuracy matchups that she can fail with sabotage. But that just gives you an opportunity, especially if you have a higher rarity Black Widow relic, to just throw it every 15-20 seconds, get a giant chunk of damage off, and just cycle it. It is phenomenal. Especially if you have it awakened, that damage skyrockets quickly.
Neto's here. What's up, Neto? You played too much VGs for last times with a bit dizzy. Yeah, I definitely, at least I can play a little too much of the mode. It is fun, and it's addictive, like potato chips are addictive. Where like you have a little bit and I just can't stop. I gotta get rid of this Silk. She just scares the heck out of me. And if I was smarter, man, I would redo my deck, but I'm not. I'm having fun. What's up, Faust? Let's see here. Dragon Man? I think I want to take Dragon Man to rank 2. Like, I think I just kind of want to.
He's great. He first rank 2. I just got him last night.
And he's a tactic defender right now too, right? I gotta bring up my my Misty K infographic on all that stuff. That's the other thing I need to do.
Yeah.
I can't even remember why I have some of these champions in there. Like, I mean, obviously Gallon's good, but I don't know why I have Gallon in there. I don't know why I have Terax in there. But I do. Hey, there's Misty K.
Terax is great. Isn't Terax Decay? Am I remembering that correctly?
You cut out a bit there. Is Terax what?
Terax is Decay, yes, which I think
Isn't
is the question.
he...
But yeah. I heard you cut that as well.
Oh, the attacker tactic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have enough defenders?
I used him against a Killmonger yesterday. It was fun.
Whatever. It is weird to be doing this. Like, I'm trying to win, but I have fully embraced it. I'm tired and I'm just enjoying the chat. And you guys. No, DLL, you and I have been talking about this a bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's just like, that's when I ran incursions yesterday.
Yeah. I think this Kingpin's about to roll this photon. Yeah. You can tell by the speed at which they picked it.
Bold of you to not ban an Ascended Kingpin.
Yeah, I was trying to choose them in the Silk. I was just trying to choose. I clearly chose poorly, considering I don't think I have any Mystic Defenders. Oh no, I've got the I've got Dragon Man there, I think.
Highline asks, do I team up or solo run incursions? Which do I find easier? Well, solo is infinitely easier to coordinate.
Yeah.
And I think for frustration reasons, I probably prefer solo when I try and do the big Zone 25 runs. Just because that's like, that's not necessarily something you want to share with somebody else.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but can we
Yeah,
give a little clap for America Chavez on that one?
Absolutely.
She ain't bad. She ain't bad, folks. All right, go back.
That's gorgeous. But for Sector 6, or even for for levels, what is it now, 5 and 4, I prefer team runs when I can line it up. Because I do think it's a little bit easier. You're less likely to have to swap somebody out because your partner might have an option for the boss. You get to talk to somebody while you do it. I do prefer that.
I'm just going to be
Slay, how's it
sliding
going?
into your DMs later, seeing if you wanted to do some incursions in.
You got some time this weekend, yeah?
Done.
Man, oh man.
The only thing worse than coding a character from scratch is recoding them from scratch. I'm not offering any elaboration on that, so I already regret saying it, but that's...
What am I doing?
You know, I've done a minor amount of coding myself to know that it probably is, yeah, it's a big thing.
That was like the ugliest Kate vs. Doom I've ever seen. Is that Slaymon? What's up, dude?
Slay?
It is. It's the real Slay, because he's even got the moderator wrench. That's not a imposter.
Hope you're doing well, friend.
Slay didn't even notice me? What? How dare you, Slaymon? So is 4-star Awakened Black Widow Relic going to be better than the 5-star Unawakened?
Probably not.
No.
You want the relic fast and often.
That. And also the sabotage the beeper lasted a bit longer with the higher rarities as well.
This is dangerous. All of a sudden that video is putting out tomorrow. I'm like, well, I don't need to do that. Let's do one more. Let's do one more and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to do my big zone 25 tonight whenever I get off from work and get that incursion 7-star.
I'm just not used to even paying attention to incursions, so like I need to kind of start doing that because the rewards are really nice and it is fun. Like even like it's not my big thing, but it is fun. I'm not gonna deny that.
It's really fun when the build that you have planned comes together. I think the last zone 25 I did was the Vox and Photon month, and I took Silken and got literally every hack that I wanted, like that I'd planned out that I wanted to see. I got all of them to the point that the opponents couldn't move with her. It was an infinite stun chain combo, and fights were over in 10 seconds with the damage scaling that I had going on with the hacks. It was kind of stupid, but a ton of fun.
Hey,
I really want to do something more unique.
I keep reading that Void is really good in this meta. Why is Void really good in this meta?
Because
He's
the
Decay.
damage that he inflicts for each debuff is not a passive, and therefore is not subject to decay, and so he wrecks anyone who's not dual immune.
Wow, there's so
Or sorry, actually, he would also have to be dual immune and stagger.
There's so obviously something I'm not understanding. Like it's interesting to me how little I don't understand this meta.
So decay
Sorry, I
reduces
point, yeah.
What's that?
decay reduces red numbers mostly, as in it reduces the damage from debuffs and passives. There are a few isolated red number abilities in the game that are neither debuff nor passive. And so decay does not hit those. Off the top of my head, the only ones you're likely to come into contact with in Battlegrounds are Archangel's neurotoxins and Void's intimidating presence damage.
You know, Fintech I think knew what dot I wasn't connecting. I didn't realize the staggers were
Gotcha.
gonna work for Void's nonsense. Together we all got me there. Thank you. I appreciate you two limping me across the finish line on that one.
I'm sure that was helpful for everyone as well.
Yeah, no, I was just like,
I'm glad you asked.
I was like, I don't get it. What's going on? But yeah, okay, the staggers, they're debuffs. That makes sense. Okay, thank you. Do you mind answering Ozfan's question? So why would Unawakened Void be good for it?
Because he does the damage regardless of his awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is as a defender.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I can't pick. I gotta do something. Smiley. What do I want to do here? Is Cassie good for Mephisto? We'll find out. He's poison immune though, right? So
With decay, I believe she reduces that damage.
oh really?
I think so. Don't quote me on that. I may be wrong.
Hey, you know what? We're here to be a laboratory for the people. Let's find stuff out.
What are you trying to do? Havoc?
Cassie versus Mephisto.
Oh, Mephisto? Yeah, that one's safe.
I've already decided that my opponent is going to place Mephisto, and I'm going to use Cassie. And I forgot to give them the cap salute back. They're going to think I'm rude. Nick Fury? Oh, this sucks. Because I'm going to use Masacre, and even if I play it really well, Hulk is going to roll me. You think they were planning on using Hulk as a defender? They might have been.
They might have been.
Yeah.
But you have Kate, so that would be silly.
Yeah. I think they were thinking this through. My sense is Smiley is a good player. That's my read on this.
Sakura making the resurgence that he has been incredible for me. I watched all of your videos on him, and it convinced me to take him up to rank 4, and I'm just having so much fun with him.
No! Fury, big jerk. I messed this up. Nice little save, though, but I still messed it up. Man, that was close. Look at that. 1 second. Still clean. Thanks, Misty. Soccer is wild. Yeah, he's amazing, Faust. It's cool to have like another mode to just allow champions like that to shine. You know, they're really well made, a lot of fun. But they weren't, weren't being used a lot in war or something like that. It's cool. It's really, really cool. I genuinely do like it. I don't know what the no emoji is supposed to mean. But it's making me laugh. I may regret this. I can't tell if it's me needing to reset my phone or if it's tired or both.
Misery asks, is the Winter Soldier relic or the Valk relic better on the Sakura?
Depends on how you're playing
I
him.
believe my answer to that is going to be Valk.
Yeah, like the way most people play him in Battlegrounds in particular, it's a clear Valk. But in longer fights where you're doing the incinerates more, then obviously you're getting more benefit from Winter Soldier.
I think it's very dependent on how you want to play him. If you're playing him more block focused, then of course Valk, and then if you're playing him to do that big ramping damage over time, then Winter Soldier would be your way to go.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
Got P-dubs in here. What's up, bud?
Holy crud, it's late.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop doing one of the things I was doing and go do the one that matters.
I deserve that. I shouldn't have played anymore. I deserve the loss. My opponent played well anyway, so congratulations to them. I'm going to have to sign off, guys. I need to reset myself and my phone. This was an absolute blast. Thank you for all the generous donations. We got Wilson Fist, Frankie, and O's Fan. We had a lot of fun getting Cerastes down. Make sure you check out Simula's video on how to fight him. Joey, you're about to snipe. I gotta go. I should have gone about 45 minutes ago, but I was having so much fun with you all and with Eris and DLL on call. P-Dubs is even here. I hate going, but I need to. Lefty Knox is raiding or is streaming. Let's please raid Lefty. I'll bring that up. Get a link for everyone in the chat. Let's see here. Lefty Knox.
Oh, and to answer a question, I'm probably streaming tonight, but I want to double check on that. It might owe my wife some TV time.
And if you could let him know that Vega says hello. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Really did have a blast. I'm enjoying streaming more. It's something that I will continue to try to do. Obviously, as we said, I can't make any promises. I don't know exactly what life, real life and family and work's going to throw at me, but I've had an absolute blast. Looking forward to being back next week. Thank you so much, DLL and Eris and chat. DLL and Eris, you guys want to take us out?
I don't really have anything in particular to say. I guess watch out for the patch notes and have fun, everyone. Thanks for having me, Vega.
And I'll just leave y'all with Black Cat is really good. Y'all should look at her more.
Love it. Love it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.